$200,000. It's a lot of money, but in the supercar world, it's the edge. A little more gets you into hypercar territory, a little less, and you're looking at a Porsche 911. But right here, at this exact price point, the supercar market goes crazy, because for under $200,000, you can get a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a McLaren, even an Aston Martin, mid-engine, carbon fiber, 500 plus horsepower. Today, I'm showing you real supercars you can buy for under $200,000 in 2026. Let's start. 2023 Maserati MC20. This car marks a turning point for Maserati. After many years, Maserati finally built a true in-house engine of their own. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 called the Nettuno. And this engine is special. It uses a Formula 1 derived twin combustion system. What does that mean? Simply put, each cylinder has two combustion chambers, one for the main power stroke and another for pre-ignition. The result, 621 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque. In some tests, the MC20 does 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds. The quarter mile comes in at 11.0 seconds at 131 miles per hour. Top speed, 202 miles per hour. Thanks to its adaptive suspension, the MC20 is also surprisingly comfortable. In GT mode, it feels smooth and refined. Switch to Sport or Corsa, and it transforms into something much sharper and more aggressive. Almost like a track car. Design, pure Italian elegance. Butterfly doors, just like a Ferrari. Low, wide stance. But it's not as brutally aggressive as something like a DBS or an Aventador. It's more elegant, more sophisticated. The 2023 model originally started at around $185,000 new. 2017 Lamborghini Huracan, the AWD version of the Huracan, makes 610 horsepower. This one makes 580. Less power, but also 33 kilograms lighter, and it's rear-wheel drive only. What does that mean? A pure driving experience. The 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 produces 580 horsepower and launches from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds. Top speed is 199 miles per hour. The quarter mile comes in at around 11.5 seconds. But the beauty of this car can't really be explained with numbers, because the LP580-2 is simply more fun than the AWD version. Lamborghini engineers retuned the suspension, steering system, and ESP specifically for this car. Strada, Sport, and Corsa modes all show clear oversteer characteristics, meaning the car is much more willing to slide and drift. Design-wise, it's not dramatically different from the AWD version, but you get unique 19-inch wheels, a slightly revised front bumper, and of course, no Quattro badge. I'm not the biggest Lamborghini fan personally, but at $197,000, it's hard to argue that this isn't a seriously good car. 2020 Aston Martin DB11 AMR. AMR stands for Aston Martin Racing, but don't get confused. This isn't a track car. Think of it this way. The DB11 is Aston's Grand Tourer. Comfortable, luxurious, built for long-distance cruising. The AMR version, it's a bit more aggressive. The 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 produces 630 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just 3.4 seconds. Even though the official figure says 3.7, most real-world tests show 3.4. The quarter mile is around 11.5 seconds. Top speed is 208 miles per hour, but the numbers aren't the most impressive part. What's impressive is how it delivers them. According to Aston Martin's chief engineer, Matt Becker, the AMR isn't just more powerful, it's better tuned. The rear suspension is more rigidly mounted, the dampers were recalibrated, camber links were stiffened. The result, a car that feels far more stable and precise than the original DB11. During a test drive, Evo magazine said, "This car feels transformed. It's like driving a completely new model." Right now, the 2020 model sits around $192,000. If this is the kind of supercar James Bond would drive, who are we to argue? 2023 Audi R8. The Audi R8 comes with a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10. In the Performance Quattro version, it makes 602 horsepower. The RWD version produces 562 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just 2.8 seconds in the AWD version. The quarter mile is around 10.7 seconds at over 130 miles per hour. Top speed is 205 miles per hour. Those numbers are Ferrari 488 territory. territory, Huracan Evo territory, but the R8 costs less. So what separates it from the Huracan? First, the design. The Huracan is more aggressive, more look at me. The R8 is cleaner, more German, more of a quiet power approach, but the biggest difference, usability. The R8 is one of the only mid-engine supercars you can genuinely drive every day. Visibility is good, ride quality is comfortable, the steering isn't overly heavy, the throttle is responsive but not intimidating. You could realistically drive this car to the grocery store without stress. And then there's the sound, that V10 screaming all the way to 8,700 RPM. It's the kind of sound that makes you put your phone down and just listen. 2023 was the final year of the R8. Audi is moving toward electrification, which means this is the last naturally aspirated V10 R8. If you don't want to miss it, you can still find one for around $190,000. 2019 McLaren 570S Spider. The McLaren 570S Spider, McLaren's so-called entry-level supercar. But don't let the word entry-level fool you. This is still a McLaren. It's powered by a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 562 horsepower, launching from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds. Top speed is 196 miles per hour with the roof down. With the roof up, 201 miles per hour. If you know why, let me know in the comments. But what really makes this car special is its weight. Just 3,314 pounds. How? A carbon fiber monocell chassis. McLaren brought its Formula One technology into this car. A full carbon fiber tub that required no additional structural reinforcement when converting from Coupe to Spider. The result? It's significantly lighter than most convertible supercars. And you feel that lightness everywhere. Sharp in the corners, stable under braking, and brutally quick under acceleration. Design-wise, you get McLaren's signature dihedral doors, a low and wide stance, and those dramatic side air intakes feeding the radiators. If you can find a 2019 model for around $185,000, don't miss it. 2015 Lamborghini Huracán LP610-4 Coupe. Yes, there's another Huracan on this list, because this is the original version. The LP610-4 all-wheel drive, the more powerful variant. It's powered by a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 making 610 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just 2.5 seconds. Yes, you heard that right, 2.5 seconds. Back in 2015, that was an insane number. The quarter mile comes in at 10.9 seconds at 127 miles per hour. Top speed is 202 miles per hour, but the Huracan isn't just about speed. Lamborghini developed an entirely new platform for this car, the Volkswagen Group Modular Sports Platform, shared with the Audi R8. The chassis is a hybrid construction of aluminum and carbon fiber. The AWD system uses a 5th generation Haldex setup. In normal driving, 30% of the power goes to the front and 70% to the rear. But if slip is detected, the system instantly adjusts torque distribution. Suspension, double wishbone setup with optional magneto-rheological dampers. 3 driving modes, Strada, Sport, and Corsa. Design-wise, it's classic Lamborghini, sharp lines, aggressive stance, hexagonal design elements, a true Lamborghini signature. If you want one, have $180,000 ready. 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT R. The 2020 Mercedes-AMG GT R is powered by a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with a hot V configuration, producing 577 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 3.5 seconds. The quarter mile is around 11.4 seconds. Top speed is 198 miles per hour. But the most impressive thing about the GT-R isn't straight-line speed. It's track performance. At the Nürburgring, it set a 7 minutes 10.9 lap time in 2017. It didn't officially break the all-time production car record, but at the time it was one of the fastest rear-wheel drive production cars ever tested there. So how did it do it? First, aerodynamics, active rear wing, large adjustable front splitter, flat underbody. At 198 miles per hour, 319 kilometers per hour, it generates around 155 kilograms of downforce, roughly 300 240 pounds. Then there's the suspension, AMG ride control with adjustable damping. In race mode, it feels almost like a track car. Rear wheel steering also plays a big role. At low speeds, the rear wheels turn opposite to the fronts for better maneuverability. At high speeds, they turn in the same direction for improved stability. And of course, the brakes. 390mm carbon ceramic discs with 6-piston calipers. Stopping distance from 62 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour is about 105 feet, 32 meters. As a Mercedes fan, this is currently my favorite car on this list. 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. The 2019 Corvette ZR1 is the final evolution of the C7 generation, the most powerful, fastest, and most aggressive front-engine Corvette ever built. It's powered by a 6.2-liter supercharged LT5 V8, producing 755 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just 2.85 seconds with the 8-speed automatic. 0 to 100 miles per hour happens in about 6.0 seconds. The quarter mile, 10.6 seconds at 134 miles per hour. Top speed is officially 212 miles per hour, although in certain configurations it was capable of slightly more, which includes a massive rear wing, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, and magnetic ride suspension. The ZR1 produces up to 950 pounds of downforce at top speed. Design-wise, it's brutally aggressive. Huge hood bulge to house the supercharger. Carbon fiber wing, large front splitter, and rear diffuser. There was one concern: cooling. The Corvette Z06 had well-known overheating issues. GM addressed this in the ZR1 with larger radiators and improved airflow management. The ZR1 represents the absolute peak of the front-engine Corvette era. Then the C8 arrived, mid-engine, but a wild front-engine monster like the C7 ZR1 may never happen again. You can find one around $180,000, and the top 3 cars on this list are actually cheaper. 2021 Acura NSX. With the NSX, Acura proved just how advanced Honda engineering can be by building a hybrid supercar. It features a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 producing 500 horsepower, but that's only part of the story. There are 3 electric motors, 2 at the front wheels for torque vectoring, 1 integrated with the engine for boost fill. Total system output 573 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 2.9 seconds. Quarter mile 11.2 seconds. Top speed 191 miles per hour. But the beauty of the NSX isn't just the power, it's the sport hybrid SHAWD system. The electric motors deliver instant torque. That means virtually no turbo lag. You press the throttle, it responds immediately. In corners, torque vectoring constantly adjusts power between the front wheels, allowing incredibly precise turn-in and stability. The design reflects modern Japanese aesthetics, sharp lines, aero-focused details, aggressive, but still refined. The tragedy of the NSX: it didn't sell well. Sales were relatively low and production ended in 2022. Why? Because it started at around $157,500 new dollars. For similar money, buyers could choose a Corvette Z06 or a Porsche 911 Turbo, and many did. But today, people are starting to realize how advanced this car really was. Hybrid system, 3 electric motors, all-wheel control technology similar in concept to hypercars like the LaFerrari and Porsche 918, but at a fraction of the price. The NSX represents Honda bringing Formula 1 inspired hybrid thinking to the road, and it might just be one of the most underrated supercars ever built. 2017 McLaren 650S. The McLaren 650S is powered by a 3.8-liter twin turbo V8, producing 641 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just 2.9 seconds. The quarter mile comes in at 10.5 seconds at 133 miles per hour. Top speed is 207 miles per hour. But the beauty of a McLaren isn't just about the numbers, it's the handling, the chassis balance, that unmistakable McLaren magic. Because the car is so light, it feels incredibly agile and precise when you drive it. Everything feels connected, sharp, confident, and if you're wondering about the price, around $150,000 for a 650S is an incredible value for this level of performance. 2018 Aston Martin Vantage Coupe. Often considered one of the best value supercars on the market, the 2018 Aston Martin Vantage is powered by a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 sourced from Mercedes-AMG, producing 503 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 3.5 seconds. Top speed is 195 miles per hour. The quarter mile is around 11.7 seconds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Compared to the others on this list, it's a bit slower. And you're right, but the Vantage follows a different philosophy. Aston Martin designed this car to be a true driver's car, and that means the experience behind the wheel is on another level. The Vantage dances through corners. It's precise, balanced, predictable, and then there's the sound, that V8 with the active exhaust system. In sport mode, it's loud and aggressive. In GT mode, it's smoother and more refined. At just $140,000, it's an incredible amount of car for the money.